Finally, I've been able to get this FMS Suzuki Jimny out for a run, as I couldn't on the first video. So let's get it on the bench, quick overview, and then we'll go straight out and you can see how well this thing goes over some relatively rough terrain. So on the last video, I was unable to take this out for a run because I wasn't allowed out of the house, whereas I've been allowed out of the house now. So we get it out on some like I said, relatively rough terrain. So the shocks, they're a little bit bouncy, but I think that does add to the realism when it's going over terrain. There's a little 180 motor in there coupled to a 2-speed gearbox. It looks really nice and scale under there. And you'll see in this video, it didn't really, you know, the 180 motor in there isn't too bad, especially in the low range. Extremely well detailed. Very, very nice. So I mentioned on the first video, the seats fold down. What I didn't know was there's a little cubby hole under there, like the real thing. I managed to find a driver. He's about 16 centimeters in height. He's got a shorter body than one of my other figures, so he fits in okay. Lower part of his legs chops off, but he fits in there. The seats do move backwards and forwards as well. The steering wheel turns as you turn. Comes very well packaged in this little case, and this is really handy for if you're going out anywhere. I took it with me, much easier to carry it all. There's your controller, plenty of functions on there. You've got channel 3 up here, channel 4 there, channel 3. Channel 3 selects between low and high gear, and then you've got your steering trims and dual rates on there. And you've got channel 4 there for your lights. So this is actually the second time I've been out to edit this. The first time I took the truck out, and then when I got back to start editing it, I noticed that the lights were flickering really bad. And that was giving me a headache while I was editing it, so I didn't want to put you through the same discomfort that I was going through. So I scrapped that one, waited for the weather to get better again, and then we went to the quarry. Right, let's try again, shall we? No lights on this time. Don't want to be giving anyone a seizure, because it gave me a bit of a headache looking at it. So we're at the quarry now. This terrain's probably a bit better than where I took it last time. It was all loose dirt and in the woods, so all sorts of stuff on the floor, a bit slippery for it. This terrain's a little bit better for it. We're in high gear at the moment. So it's got a little bit of speed. Hopefully this terrain will show you that although that is only a 180 motor in there, and these tyres are really road tyres, it's still able to do a little bit of off-roading, a little bit of trailing. Big climb to start with. We might be able to do it in second gear, in high gear. If not, we'll switch it over and do a slow crawl. This thing looks it just looks so cool going over all this terrain. So coping okay so far in high gear. Oh. Gets a little more rocky as we go up, but so far so good. The crawling difference, look, there's the control now with low gear. It's actually a little bit more scale doing it like that. It's just going to take a little bit longer. But you can see that low gear, very good. Little bit of a technical bit here for this low ride height. I think if we go high here though, we should do it. There we go. Driver in there doing well, considering he's got no legs. Obviously using hand controls. So I guess we can answer that question. Is it to scale to trail? Not at all. Find the right area for it and it's perfect.
Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rains falling as I'm walking home. Morning light, still kinda quiet. This part of town is slowly waking up. I walked for miles, I'm tired.